All right. Physics. We're gonna talk about physics. Don't worry. Okay, so you have to memorize this equation. I cannot tell you how important this one is. It's always show up on AP exam, and it will show up a variation, so you don't have to do the hard way. You just have to figure out what is the easy way supposed to look like. So it's limit as h approach 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h. And a lot of people just only memorize this part. You also have to memorize this part is equal to this. We already talked about where's this from. This is a graph of secant line, changing slowly, changing to tangent. And if you have a question, you can go back to watch that. It's like introduction to calculus video. They actually tell you how it's come in play. If you want to understand how it come in play on just a simple things, you can actually click on the decimals, and you can go to the one where it says the calculus and secant line. Basically, just a graph. If I want to find the slope at a point on the left, I'm going to take the secant, I'm going to reduce the h to slowly until you get to here. But when you get there, it's going to be 0 over 0, so it's not going to show a tangent line. So you can get so close to there, and you can actually, well, sorry, this is not it. You can get so close to there, 0.1, let's say 0.1 away. So then you can just move the a, so then that will become a tangent graph. Okay, to every single point. So we're going to use this idea to take a derivative, which is very, very important. If f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Last time we already told you this is actually from the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 formula. And we don't have time to go through it, so we're just going to give you to show you how to take a derivative the hard way. That has a name. It's called definition of derivative. So you are going to take derivative for the first time. Now this the only few times I need to use the harder way. So now this is also known as called as f prime. It's not f1, it's prime. So if you don't know what does this mean, this just means prime. Prime means derivative. It can be first derivative or second derivative. If it's double prime, it's going to be second derivative. Right here, we only talk about first prime. So let's just say if I have a function f of x and equal to x squared, and if I want to take a derivative of this function, we can take a derivative the harder way using definition of derivative. You're going to be like, why do I need to learn harder way? It's just because later on you can have to see the backwards. You have to be able to do that to see the backwards. So, and this is a very popular exam question, so please be able to do it. So now if I want to do the definition of derivative, so I'm going to apply this. So that means f prime of x is equal to limits as h approach 0 of x plus h. I'm going to plug in x plus h into the x squared, so it's going to be square minus what? X squared all over h. With that being said, once I take a derivative, I just need to simplify. Limit h approach 0, and I'm going to extend this. Some people don't know how to extend this, but it's basically x squared plus hx plus hx plus h squared minus x squared. Some of you guys don't know where the hx come from because you probably kill puppy here. Because you probably say it's as x squared plus h squared. That is wrong. I'm going to show you. X plus h squared is equal to x plus h times x plus h. Some of you guys are thinking x squared plus h squared. It's definitely not true. This one's x squared plus hx plus hx plus h squared. That's equal to x squared plus 2hx plus h squared. And that's where the first part come from. Over h, this x squared will cancel out. And that's equal to limits h approach 0. And that's going to be 2hx plus h squared over h. What happened you plug in h equal to 0? Not undefined, but indeterminate. So at this critical step, you want to factor out h. Why you want to factor out h? Because you want h to cancel. That's the one that's caused denominator has issue. So this h cancel out. Then it's going to be limit h approach 0 of 2x plus h. Now that means h plug in is going to be 0, so it's equal to 2x. So derivative of x squared is always 2x. It cannot do anything else, just 2x. Okay, so with that being said, you just find the first derivative that you ever did in this class. You're gonna do one on your own. F of x equal to square root x. And trust me, you did this before on your homework yesterday. Not like exactly like this, but a very similar thing like this. I want you to take a derivative of square root x and using definition of derivative. Now, some of you guys already know how to use power rule, great, but I still need to be able to use definition of derivative. Not only that, I might ask you definition of alternative derivative. And that's a slightly different things. Yes.
If you tried to plug in h equals 0 in that problem,
Yeah.
you get a number over here?
No, you plug in after you cancel the h.
No, but if you always plug it in before, wouldn't you get a number over here?
You plug in where?
Like at the beginning, just because
Yeah, you'll get 0 over 0.
you would get a number over there.
No. H equal to 0 is going to give you x squared minus x squared on the top. And the h is going to be
all
0.
at the top. Okay, I think I put it in top.
You can do it later.
Well, if you do it,
H squared over h. That's the same case. You have to plug it.
where?
If you do that, 2hx or h squared over h, you're going to 0 over h. You back.
So you are taking derivative of f of x equal to square root x. And see how'd you do?
Did you say yesterday that x would produce absolute value of x?
No, not in this case. You have to use that. Square root of x squared is absolute value of x. But you don't have that in this case.
You don't use. Does the word conjugate? What do you use?
This is the first thing you should have write down. Did you have this write down? Also, do you have this part write it down? Because that's f prime of x. You have to denote that as f prime of x. That's your derivative. What do you do after here? Elena, did you do it? What did you do here? What is a conjugate in this case? There you go. Limit h approach 0. Now, if you see this is a minus b multiplied by a plus b, what happened results? A squared minus b squared. There's no middle term in this case. So what is the top is going to be? X plus h minus x over h times square root x plus h plus square root x. Now, if you see these two things, it's going to cancel out. And also the h cancel out, that's going to be 1. So it's equal to limits h approach 0 of 1 over square root x plus h plus square root x. What do you do next? What do you do next? The square root of x over square root of x. You already did the limit parts now, so limit's gone. I don't have to write down limits after I plug in 0. Then it's going to be 1 over 2 square root of x. Some students can ask me, do I need to rationalize? You don't. And you can get a little answer like this. This is a good answer. Remember, the answer choice that's rational is because it's a uniform answer on the answer key. You don't have to, it's on free response. That's 1 over 2 square root of x. And you just take a second derivative of the function. How much time I have? Okay. We're going to talk about tangent line. Equation tangent line. Equation tangent line is going to be y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. This is not calculus. This is called a point slope form. Remember, yes, when beginning of the year, we said there was a point slope form. It's very, very important to use point slope form. Let's just say this, for example. Can you find the point slope form of tangent line at x equal to 4 when f of x is equal to 1, no, sorry, square root of x, which is the derivative you already take care. What happened when x equal to 4? What happened when x equal to 4? Square root of 4, right? It's 2, right? So there was a coordinate of 2, 4, right? Equation tangent line is very easy. It's going to be y minus 4 equal to x minus 2. Now we obviously have a slope. How do you figure out slope? Well, we can take the derivative. So f of x equal to square root of x, f prime of x equal to 1 over 2 square root of x. Can I plug in fourth? 1 over 2 square root of 4, which is 1 over 4. So that means this slope is 1/4. And there you go. That's the equation tangent line. First, you figure out what x value you're going to do. Usually they give it to you. You can figure out y value by plug in. And then you can plug into the derivative to find slope. Let me just show you what the slope of tangent line look like. So you guys have to first understand what it look like. Is f of x equal to square root of x, right? What do we say? Y minus 2 equal to 1/4 times x minus 4, right? Is that right? X minus 4, because I plug in 4 for x, right?
I think you messed up.
No, it's what
Because it's X.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. This one is switch. Get confused? 4/2. But if you look at a 4/2 right here, this is the equation tangent line. See that the tangent of that line, it only intersects at that particular region only once, and that's the equation tangent line. You guys got it? So today you want to find derivative the hard way, and then find the equation tangent line. Now later on you can use easier way by Friday. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about still, because we're gonna talk about the reaction of different things, and then that way you can know what to deal with. How much time we have? 4 minutes? Okay, I'm gonna post a homework now before I forget.
Yes, that's.
I'm gonna transition everything to Canvas soon, but I'm gonna test trial it first. I'm gonna test trial tomorrow. Is this hard?